Just fix my clothes. Hi everyone. Can I just let you know that I've got a bone to pick with Uno.
Oh.
With Uno? With
Yes,
us?
with the two of you.
Okay.
That's what Uno means. Hello?
Oh, yeah,
it can be you, singular, or you, plural, for anybody out there who wants to be the grammar police.
Okay,
so let me tell you.
Like you.
Yeah, I'm picking a bone.
I'll pick a bone later.
No. My bone is first. Thanks.
I have no
first.
bones to pick.
You
love to
don't
give.
have any bones to
person.
pick.
Just love to give.
You
You're
can't have
also-
any bones.
Yeah.
The bone I have to pick, and I'm talking really to the listeners, is listeners, you might have seen, and viewers, you may have seen, last month it was Black History Month, and you may have seen one member of Black No Filter, a third, what's another word for third? Quick, can't think. A third of Black No Filter recording something for Black History Month. I want everyone to know it was meant to be a joint project. We were all supposed to record something for Black History Month. Yes, Stephanie. Looks. Even Stephanie's surprised. Shout out to Stephanie, our camera woman, because you know what happened.
And our in-studio audience.
Excuse me?
No, you don't get to join in.
Okay.
Because
Okay,
it's my
she's a
bone to
camera
pick
woman.
with the both of you.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, the both of you did not produce something. Did you guys see anything from Angela Linden? No, you didn't. You just saw something from me.
I'd like you to just keep on the mic. please.
Sorry.
Can
I will
speak
stay on the
after?
mic.
And then you can sum it up.
You don't have any bones.
No.
That's what you said.
No, I want to just respond.
Oh,
Okay.
And it's very sad because, I really thought we were going to do something very exciting for Black History Month and show our listeners something very individual, but it just turned out to be a spotlight on Fabrice, and I don't understand why.
Okay, can I speak now?
Go for it.
I'm so sorry. This shouldn't have
Don't say
happened.
sorry to me,
No,
Angela.
let me, because I want to say what I want to say, innit?
Okay.
Right. I'm sorry, this shouldn't have happened. This is not the way I thought it would be, but we're here now, and all I can ask for is for you to forgive me. Do you need forgiveness or no?
No.
Okay, forgive me. I'd like you to forgive me due to a mixture of different scenarios. No.
Yes, for real.
No, I just want to let you know, innit? Just a mixture of different scenarios, but also things that probably were under my control too. That didn't happen. I didn't mean to leave you out there by yourself, but you did an amazing job.
Thank you. By the
That's what
grace
I
of
wanna say.
Jesus.
Yeah, you did it very, very well.
Very well.
The problem is that we needed more time to actually record it properly for the both of us. Right? That's the first thing. We did it at the end of a shoot. Of
Yes,
this podcast.
I also did mine at the end of a shoot.
Yes.
Yes.
I've only done one of yours, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They don't need to know that, by the way.
Yeah.
That's okay. No, it's fine.
Well, they don't need to know any of this.
Well,
but since you bringing it up,
yeah, we're on Front Street.
yeah, all right. I didn't have the time to record another one myself because I have other things to do, including edit this whole podcast myself.
Yes,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
you do an excellent job.
Yeah.
And I
So
tell you
did have
every
time.
week.
And I did spend the time to do yours, but I didn't have time to do the other ones, right? And I didn't have time to record my own again, set this whole room up again, and record myself again. I didn't have time to do that. I was waiting for Angela's, didn't come. She probably didn't have time. I don't know what her excuse is, but it didn't come, right?
You were on such a good run. You had to just drag me with you. But it's okay.
I know, it just didn't come. Well, I'm not
But
upset.
you know I tried.
I'm not upset about. I know you did.
Tried.
She did try.
I was actually even prepared for the initial recording. I did sit down and record it initially, but it was actually terrible. And if he had gone, it would have been Kalam. So honestly, I don't know what to tell you apart from sorry.
And to be honest, this whole part could just disappear from the podcast anyway.
Why does it need to?
I
I'm
think
to
we keep it
be
in.
honest with the listeners. Sometimes you have to just be humble. What does Michael Todd say? Humble, no. Honest, open, transparent. Right?
Hot.
Maybe we can just say it like this. Like maybe you were, how they do employee of the month? You were podcaster of the month. And that was
Some of
just
us
what-
need more time to deliver a set amount of words to people, right? I wrote what I was going to say
And it was epic.
bit by bit.
It was epic.
So I didn't.
To be
So I
honest-
didn't have time to remember it and keep my eye on the camera. That's how I'd like to do it, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have
Maybe
the time
he's
to
a
do that. Didn't have the time.
But to be honest, it
So
was so
unfortunately,
good.
we just didn't get it done. Unfortunately,
But it was very good.
and I can still put it out another time
That's
because it's Black History Month every month for me.
Amen.
So it's whatever. And I don't understand why it's October for us and February for America. But
I can tell you the history of that, to be honest. Ours was first.
Okay,
Somebody
the
from
history
Ghana came over and did it in October, and the Americans didn't want to do it in October, so they chose February. But I actually, the reason why I was irritated was because actually yours was much better than mine, and I actually think that should have been the one that should have gone out.
Well, they could still get it at some point. I've still written it down. That's why I wasn't going to talk about this now.
Well, we're here.
I thought people were blessed, people were touched, and you did the Lord's work. And so,
not blessed.
it's always a win.
But it's annoying that you come to us with this because we haven't been here for a long time. That's your fault.
Oh,
First of all,
okay. So we're gonna come also with this in a slightly different angle.
Pause.
No.
So it's my fault.
I missed you.
It's my fault. No. It's my fault. First of all, once again, listeners, you know, some of us have been in contact with positive COVID people, and we want to be responsible and sensible human beings. And there's a lot of people who aren't being responsible, which is why we're now back in lockdown again.
Why did you say that?
Well, that's what I want to say. And that's what I'm saying.
That's not why we're back in
That's what
lockdown
I
again.
want to say, and that's what I'm saying. I was in isolation by myself. Do you know where I went? I went from my bedroom, which is the size of this, exactly this, to the kitchen and back to my bedroom for 10 days straight.
I can't believe you did
It
that.
was
And I know
very
it's hard for
boring.
you.
It was very hard for me. Excuse me, hi. How can you tell me it's my fault we didn't get to record the podcast? Because when I was ready, I was ready to come on the weekend. We didn't record.
Do you think?
It's by God's grace that we're here today.
Can I ask you a question?
that we're even here today.
Do you think that it would have been better approached from the angle of, hi guys, we missed you, we haven't seen each other for 2 weeks? To me,
She
actually, for a
started
month.
with picking bones.
I know it's true, but sometimes when they go low, you go high. It's not even low.
When
She
they
was
go
medium.
low, I'm going to go lower because like Jesus is still working on me.
This is why, Angela, you're a very peaceful person, and I appreciate that.
Thank you. Sometimes
I'm
I
just
feel
not
like
as
it's
peaceful.
Really,
If someone wants to pick bones at me, that I have let certain things go, and you want to pick bones at me, I'm gonna pick bones at you.
What did you let go? I was in isolation, Lyndon.
I say it again. It is by the grace of God that we're here right now.
Oh, Lyndon, it's not my. Do you know what? I actually travel the furthest. Some people think that East London is the furthest. That would be incorrect. I travel the furthest.
No,
about
but you
God's
always
grace.
push it further and further. And if I moved to Bristol, you'd probably move to Channel Islands. It's too much. It's too much.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. Stop moving further.
Listen.
Come closer.
Anyway,
but yes, I'm so happy to see you guys.
I just want to say that
so
I really
long.
miss everybody. I especially miss Lyndon. I really miss you, Lyndon. I don't know how you
I don't know why I'm
survived
never at the top of this, but it's okay. It's actually okay. I'm never at the top, but it's okay.
Yeah, because Lyndon wants to fight me.
No, yeah, it's like, no, that's actually what it is. You guys like to fight, so you like to see people who also like to fight.
No, I don't like to fight.
No,
I promise you I don't.
No.
I promise you I don't, but Lyndon likes to fight.
No.
We know
No.
that already, but
I don't enjoy fighting, but I'm always ready to fight. Because sometimes you gotta fight, right?
I don't
It's
know
life.
about that. I'm trying to become more like an East African to be very peaceful, but it's
Can I just say, this
fighting
is
with
so
the
funny.
We
character.
had another conversation, but anyway.
This is so funny to me because I'm usually portrayed as the feisty, aggressive one. But actually, I'd like to let all the listeners know that actually, in reality, I'm not like that. I'm very, very laissez-faire.
I just said
chill.
that. You just
I'm
you
just
just
saying-
brought up the fact
I know,
that you
but
might have been.
No. But sometimes what you say and what you actually show doesn't really match up.
But that's
It's
when
not
you
my
fight
thing.
with me, though.
Okay.
You're usually a peaceful person, but sometimes you just want to fight with me.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas
Correct.
I actually don't want to fight with anybody ever. I just want to
Sort of
say,
pick bones.
yeah, I do. But you know, I'm a ranter in it. I just need to get it off my chest, and then I'm like, guys, I really miss you.
Yeah.
I miss everybody.
I miss you all too.
I think I miss you guys more than you miss me.
Lol.
Lyndon, you're such
Such
a howler.
liar.
Oh, my face hurts, Lyndon. I can't screech any louder. You're such a howler. How can you say that? You, who wants to know facts, statistics, and a Wikipedia
What's that got to do with how much?
reference,
What's that got to do
how
with?
do you know?
I miss
that
Stephanie,
you
honestly. Bun all of you guys. I miss Stephanie.
To be honest,
I didn't want to say it, but now I have to say it.
to be
just
honest,
outright.
Stephanie's
I
the
miss
most
Stephanie, I don't
peaceful
miss anyone
one.
else.
She's more peaceful than you, 100%.
Oh, absolutely. And she keeps me grounded.
Okay. Whatever.
She does. Stephanie's the most peaceful one. Anyway, welcome to our podcast. We've missed you. How about that?
That's it. Yes. Hello, we're back again. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Especially on you guys. Sorry, we haven't given you a podcast since you've joined us. But
Yeah, honestly, but it's because of rules and regulations and health and safety.
Actually, maybe we should explain that because people are not in the UK.
No, honestly, because I got complaints. People sent me complaints.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't pass them on because I don't like to bring bad vibes. Just good. So we just want to say sorry.
You should let us know. We could have said something.
What could we have said, Lyndon?
We have an Instagram account. I don't know if you've forgotten about Instagram, but it does exist.
Right, we're not going to go down that avenue again. So we were away because we had to make sure everybody was safe. And safety comes before entertainment.
Thank you, Angela.
And even fighting.
Thank you, Angela.
So
no, we'll fight to the death. It's not a problem.
Yeah, okay. Even virtually is true. So, but we're back now and everybody's healthy.
We hope.
As far as we know. Yeah. If you don't see us for another 2 weeks.
You won't see us for another 2 weeks because...
No, you will.
They will.
Because we're putting 2 episodes.
Why are you whispering? If you say it in the microphone, you still got to cut it out. But we can say that though. We can just say previously recorded on the thing, isn't it?
Oh, you're gonna know because we're dressed in the same way. At least
I'm not dressing in the same.
Oh,
why are we trying to fool them when
why not?
We're gonna make them think we recorded during lockdown.
What? Listen.
What? You're not wearing the same thing?
I can wear the same thing. It's not that serious. I might take off my glasses.
I won't go anyway. But yes.
Oh, he doesn't have his glasses on. I'm taking off my glasses.
Why?
I'm actually going to get
because I don't like it. Do you know that I do that all the time? If you have your glasses on, I put my glasses on. I don't like being the only one. Because I just don't like being the only one.
Okay. I mean, generally, you couldn't care less who else is wearing glasses if I'm wearing glasses.
In my mum's house, we all wear glasses. Okay. So
I think I might need glasses, but I will see.
Well,
why are you saying no? Are you in opposition? He was ready to say no. He said no.
Can you see the words at the top of that screen over there?
Yeah, but doesn't mean so. You're me trying to match my eyesight to yours. That's for me to figure out.
Enter fight number 1. I'm going to count the number of times Lyndon says things to instigate a fight.
But you know,
I see what you guys are doing today.
What do you mean?
You guys. We're not colluding. What are you talking about?
I cannot stretch my face like that. It hurts so much. What do you mean? What we're doing today?
It's all right. Let's just continue with the conversation.
Oh, I don't want to fight. I promise you, I've had a long trip from East London.
Oh, Angela,
I'm still acclimatizing to the East. It's very
East
something.
Is where it's at, East London. I'm happy you're there, to be very honest. East London's like a community.
Where it's at. That's probably the only phrase I could agree for you to say is where it's at, because it could be anything.
Can I ask you a question? Have you been to
already?
No, I'm not complaining.
Have you been to Stratford Westfields recently?
Listen, it is the
babes.
hood.
Well,
when I went there for the first time, I said no.
Is it the hood because of how it looks, or the people that are there?
No, everything.
Everything. To be honest,
the manner is the way the shops are looking. Everything. I'm so sorry, Stratford, and together we can do better because now you're closer.
No. You can put some respect on Stratford's name. I used to live in Stratford.
Yeah, so
I lived in Stratford for 12 months.
Yeah, so
it was a great time.
Yeah, it can be a great time, but it can be a great hood time.
Let me tell you, babes, tomorrow's going to be the hoodiest of hoodie days because you've got 2 more days left of lockdown. People are going to be there shopping. So enjoy.
I'm going to do online.
Shopping what?
No, go to
people still rushing for toilet paper.
Oh, yeah, there was a whole line out of in front of Dunham yesterday, and I just thought, what are you stocking up?
Before it was stupid because you didn't know if you were going to be allowed to go to the shop, but now you know you can actually go to the shop after this.
And we know it's going to end.
Yeah. So they say.
But
can I ask a question? Can someone explain why we don't have toilet paper, but we've got fruit and vegetables and we've got all the cleaning products? I don't understand.
And can I just
it doesn't make any sense to me.
If you don't eat your fruit and vegetables and roughage, you won't be able to go to the toilet anyway. So you might as well put the toilet paper down.
I don't get it. Why? I don't get it. Is toilet paper that exciting?
Do you know the other thing that was gone? Eggs. I swear to you.
I feel like it's the supermarkets trying to make people a bit of a frenzy. We get a lot of people in there buying a lot of stuff because they know that for a month people are still going to go to the shop, but they're going to have to buy less. They're getting people. That's why we have like a time before we know we're going into lockdown. So we're going to lockdown at this date. So go crazy for that time. And then after that, you can just be locked down.
But usually they give us like one day max. I'm surprised they said Thursday.
I was talking to somebody about it and I said, it doesn't make any sense to me. Not that I want to talk about lockdown in the podcast, but it doesn't make any sense to me why they decided on a Saturday afternoon and everybody knew the whole of Saturday. Oh, there's going to be an announcement at 5:30, actually 6 o'clock, actually 6:30. It's urgent. Everyone's going to die. Everybody be safe. So we're going to go into lockdown on Thursday, not Sunday, not Monday, not Tuesday, but Thursday. And I said, what happens between Sunday and Thursday? Somebody was saying,
I was thankful.
well, someone was saying it allows companies that aren't working from home to like get their stuff together and their infrastructure together to work from home. But do you need 3 days?
You're still allowed to go to work though.
But you're still if you can't work from home, then you should go to work.
Mm-hmm. So while they're figuring it out, they can't work from home.
I don't know. I'm not Sage. I'm not the two white guys that stood next to Boris Johnson. I don't know.
It's definitely not them. They're the medical guys, right?
I don't know.
It's all a bit mad to me. I just want to make sure. To be honest with you, I'm such a homebody that.
Do you know what's really sad? I've actually become a homebody, and I can feel myself changing.
No, I already know that.
It's sad. You know that I'm a homebody.
Yeah, I can tell that now.
How?
It's all right.
No, I want to know.
Join us. This is.
No, I
let me
want to
tell
know.
you, the granny lifestyle is the lifestyle.
No, I don't like it. I hate it.
I love it.
Honestly, it makes me feel sad. I literally said to my little cousin, I said, what we're going to do, I said, you know what I will do? I'll come pick you up. We'll go to Costa Coffee drive-through and we'll go for a walk in the park. That is the highlight of that's going to be the highlight of my next 4 weeks. And we're going to do that on the weekends.
Yeah.
What else is there to do?
Buy things from IKEA and build them.
Okay, no. You have the new person
Move back a bit.
back this way.
Oh, this way,
towards
this
you.
way. So that because you're talking to us, and it's like covering your entire face, your
That
hair.
happens all the time, everybody.
That happens to me all the time.
No, it doesn't.
What,
Because
with
you
my
sit
mic?
you sit like this.
No. I usually talk like this, and when I watch a video, this whole thing is covering me.
she does do it.
So I'm trying to remember to sit back.
I'm going to sit like this. But I can't really because there's a clothes I wore today. But oh, well, never mind. Anyway, Angela.
Because what?
Don't worry. It's a long conversation with my sister about women not wearing revealing clothes. But I read...
Who said that?
My sister, Georgia. But
So,
then
what did she say about revealing clothes?
No, guys, I spoke to a guy and he confirmed that men do not want to be with Ellen G. White. They want the appearance of an Ellen G. White girl. Exactly what you're saying. They want the appearance of an Ellen G. White girl, but they actually want to go out with they want to marry a Megan Thee Stallion or Thotiana.
Marry a Megan Thee Stallion.
Like a Thotiana.
Marry a Thotiana.
Yeah, but how can you date...
Marry a Thotiana.
Well,
Auntie Ellen and
a reformed one.
Thotiana?
A reformed
You have to know
one.
what you're dealing with. Do you know what I mean?
Marry a Thotiana. Are you sure
Actually, I
about
don't know
that?
if we can even include this because I actually...
Why?
Yeah, let me leave it.
Why?
Leave this one. No.
Let's discuss it with expectations. All I'm saying is, I read a book called "Women Don't Know You Pretty," and I've just I've just decided that I can do whatever the hell I wanna because I'm a woman, and I don't care about people's expectations of anything. Like
This is what we're going to do. Hold on. So just move this a little bit.
It's always my
Her
microphone.
mic has a gold ring on it.
My microphone's the worst. I wouldn't worry, and I talk louder than everybody.
I want to know. Oh, thank you. Okay, I can't read now.
All right. Yeah. So
Like this?
aim for that.
Aim for the words.
Yeah. Not out on obviously above the words.
Okay.
Lyndon, are you hot?
He's ready to fight. Of course, he's hot.
No, honestly, because
Are
I
you
don't
hot?
know. I feel
What?
like cool.
I'm very comfortable.
Are you? Are you warm?
Why?
If no one else is warm, I'm not that.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
feel-
that warm.
Going off now, it's going off at 9.
Okay, so I'm not. So that's fine.
Right. Continue. What are you saying?
Just that I read this really amazing book that my friend Sophie bought me. Shout out to Sophie, called "Women Don't Know You Pretty," and it just made me reevaluate a lot of things. I think.
Women don't owe you pretty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very interesting. I've only read the first 2 chapters, but it's all just about,
What's the point of it?
I guess, reassessing what it is that. Reassessing and identifying where the notion of being pretty and a woman are why they have been intertwined, and who women are dressing up for, and why being pretty or beautiful is like this thing that we all strive for every day in everything that we do. Like in everything. So from, for instance, hair removal, like shaving your legs or shaving your underarms, to for like the other extreme would be like wearing underwear. Do you know what I mean? Like wearing like underwear or whatever, to getting your hair done, to wearing makeup, to being told to be quiet in a meeting, or being
That's
being
a bit,
demure.
that's further. If you talk about beauty, that's a different thing too.
Well, yeah, but like the book is called "Women Don't Know You Pretty," but it talks about like the whole spectrum of being like what it means to be feminine. Anyway, it's very interesting, and I've decided I'm going to wear whatever I want. I just think that sometimes people expect you. There you go. Expect you to look a certain kind of way and be a certain kind of woman. But as Angela said, maybe we're not keeping in. I don't really think that men necessarily always want the demure person who wears like clothes to here.
Who
and down
wants
to
that?
I mean, depending on the church you go to.
Are
I
you
think
talking-
maybe what we're trying to say is that maybe the idea or the like young women are told that on a continuous basis that
by other women.
Yeah.
yeah
Well, then they're lying to you.
And often
And
by other
sometimes
men.
older men.
Well, they're trying to protect you from the men that don't want you to see. Don't want to see that.
Protect us from the men that don't want
That
to
don't
see
that
that.
they protect you from the men that want to see you wearing something else. So they're telling you to wear something that covers up. So those men that want to see you wearing less are now less excited. Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do, but I'm trying to figure out if those men are the enemy or are.
I don't know who's the enemy. I'm not saying who the enemy is.
Yeah, I'm just trying because you. Yeah, But okay, I'm just trying to.
I'm saying nobody wants. I'm not okay. Not nobody wants. I don't really understand the mind of the guys that want women to be covered up all the time.
Me either.
Because that's nobody around me wants that.
It's not Linda's testimony or his story or his song.
Cut this out. There's whole nations that have their women
there's
covered
whole
up.
nations. Yeah, I'm not talking. Yeah, there's whole nation. Are you trying to marry someone who's from Saudi Arabia?
No. Age that she's gonna get married to an Arab guy.
Have a fetish for black women. That's like a thing.
And if he can be a Drake-looking Arab guy, then she's on it.
Not Drake.
Maybe she can find them on
Drake
Edgware Road.
2020, like Drake looks like he's a roadman from Harlesden, or Drake like.
No, he looks like he's a roadman from Edgware Road. Right. So,
But I'll say this: many times as a young woman growing up, you're told to like shroud yourself and to hide your figure, and no matter what figure you have. So if you're curvaceous, or if you're curvaceous, or like. It's slightly less different. It's slightly different if you're slim, because I feel like in the majority of cases, slim people can get away with wearing what a curvaceous person might not be able to wear. But in the majority of cases, you're told from a very young age to cover up, because being like revealing it would be something that's negative, and it would also be your fault. And I think that's a really important narrative to get rid of. And that's like, I mean, people talk about that when they're talking about rape culture and consent, and like, well, what was she wearing when she went out, and you know, she was asking for it, and all those kind of sorts of like notions. I actually think sometimes we kind of have that narrative within the church, obviously not around like consent and rape, but certainly around, well, you know, I'm not surprised that girl's doing that. She looks fast, or all those kind of notions.
Yeah.
And if that's
not
what you
even
think
that,
when you're like 12 years old, that's damaging.
not even that. Even outside of that, even like it's so broad what they apply that to. So even like hair, like don't do your hair like that. Have it more, you know, like muted.
Yeah.
Because like guys,
So that they feel
you don't
more
want it to be
comfortable.
loud. You don't want it to be loud. Don't
But
dye
why
your
do
hair.
men
Don't put
feel more
highlights.
comfortable if
It depends if you talk about men or women telling you to do that. A man told you to wear your hair more muted.
someone
I don't
asked
do the
me
most.
when I came
Don't
to
do the
North
most.
Wembley.
Who?
Well, not me, because I stay just doing.
What man is saying a woman not to do the most of their hair?
I mean,
I don't understand that.
I've seen videos of no. I've known guys, and I've seen also guys express on like YouTube and stuff like that. Like what they really want is like a homely looking girl.
What is this homely looking
But
girl
actually,
next
when,
door?
what they really want, when you actually see what they're going out with, is.
Can I ask a question?
They're
What
not
is
homely.
what is homely? Is homely wearing like a muumuu, like a
No,
like
it's
a house
having the
dress
hairstyle of your
and
mum.
Of my mum?
No, not your mum.
My mum is fire.
Not
my
your mum.
My mum's is
It's having the hairstyle of their mum.
Oh, of their mum.
Yes. So they'll be like, oh, you know, I really like this because, you know, like I've seen girls with. There was one video that I watched and the guy was West African and he was talking about saucer and teapot or something like that. But you know, like, do you know those hairstyles where they wrap thread around the hair and then they do loads and then they put it.
Yeah.
Like, that's a very homely like hairstyle. And that's what he was saying that he likes. But when you see what
You
he's
don't like
dating,
that.
Sounds like he's
it's
got
just
Oedipus
that-
complex.
No,
so.
but then there's lots of different people who have like, oh, you know, I really like it when this is just not. I mean,
How can you want your future wife to look like your mama to remind? That doesn't make any sense
doesn't
to
make
me.
any sense.
I mean,
But I think you're right.
but he didn't
though.
actually say in that episode. He didn't say that it's because his mum had it.
But that's what basically he's inferring.
I think they start to connect that with other things. I think there's an internal kind of like war within themselves. Like this is what I'm attracted to in real life. Like the more not homely, but then also I want the woman to hold these like old school values of being able to cook and being like a wife and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I attach that to this type of look.
Yeah.
And so I think they kind of go between like, this is what I really want. Like, this is what I'm drawn to, but this is what I feel like I want long term. And I think it's that kind of like, that's why I think they're just confused. It's moving a bit
Lyndon,
mad.
is that what happens? Because obviously,
Not Lyndon,
as
of course, because okay, what?
Wait,
No,
what?
no,
So
no.
what are you gonna say?
Decide if they want a wife or a mum.
Well,
That's the problem.
oh,
Wait, okay, hold on. So that's not going to go in the podcast, obviously, Stephanie. So somebody to say what she just said.
Stephanie said,
Stephanie, exactly. Go ahead.
Stephanie said, these guys need to decide if they want a wife or a mum.
And she's
Yeah.
absolutely
Then
right.
she said, these guys need to decide if they want a wife or a mum. Like, more like that.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah. She's right.
I think that's
And
where
what,
the
so,
confusion
and then
comes
what,
from.
and what are you about to say about my
She was going to say,
my point of view not being valid?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say
Lyndon,
that.
obviously you can't talk to what Andrew just said because because you don't have an Oedipus complex.
Yeah.
Number one, I'm assuming
Yeah,
your mum is
definitely
your mum is very fire,
Yes.
and your wife is very fire.
I don't know why mum is fire needs to be part of this.
No, because we're talking about men.
And you happen to happen across someone that looks very fire and also has those quote unquote wifely attributes to her. Honestly, I have to go back to East London. I need to keep reminding myself. Actually, it's right on my hand. You need to travel back to East London.
You should have a
so every
clock.
time I look down,
You should have
I
a watch,
remember.
and it says East
Because
London.
when we go, I'm going to cry. I'm going to be crying all the way. All right, okay.
Every time I look at your hands, I think this girl's never known stress.
Oh, shut up. Listen. I wash the dishes and I
With
clean the
one
house.
hand.
And I never wear gloves. Even when I use bleach and stuff, I never wear gloves.
I don't believe
Must
you.
use that soft, fairy liquid, isn't it?
No. Okay, so you might have missed this. Oh, maybe you caught it. But there's been all this talk and rage about Birkin bags. And do you know what? Initially, when I saw this, I thought, what are they talking about? And I know that everybody loves a Birkin bag and whatever. I mean, to me, it's a cute bag, but I don't really care.
I don't think it's that cute. Actually,
It's not that like, oh.
It's not that cute. It's very standard.
I saw it and I saw the price and I thought this doesn't make sense.
I prefer
it
the Fendi
doesn't.
bags. If we're talking designer bags, there's nicer looking, aesthetically pleasing designer bags, 100%.
Oh, absolutely. Do you know we went to Capri? I don't think we saw a bag that looked nice that was over maybe 2,000-3,000 when we're going into shops. The ones that we said, oh, that looks nice, let me see the price, they were like around the 2,000-3,000 mark.
Fendi make really nice bags. Prada do beautiful bags, and I feel like a similar kind of structured size and shape. But the Birkin bags, like, I don't think their value isn't their popularity isn't because they look nice. No. It's because they were like hard to get. Do you know what I mean?
But you know, it says sometimes I think, what even looks nice? Because when Uggs came out, I thought those are so ugly. Wait a couple of years and everybody was trying to get their hands on it. But we digress. So I was trying to figure out, where is all this Birkin talk come from? And people were like, oh yeah, like I have this many Birkins, and people were doing that before, but it seemed to be exaggerated now. So when I scroll down and I do my click, turns out I think a lot of the wahala had come from something that's Sweetie said. I was going to say Swahiti. No. Sweetie said, and she said, if he's not getting you a Birkin, she said,
you have to do it in her accent, and you have to do it like how she does it. She was standing on the side.
Yeah.
And she was just being cute.
I can't say it in her accent, but I'll say it how she said it. She said, if he not getting you
not
a Birkin.
If he not, come on.
If he not getting you a Birkin, if he's not paying your bills, if he's not paying for your bills, then throw that N-word back to the streets. Comma, okay? Question mark. So as I read that, I thought, wow, maybe this is the standard where she is over there.
So obviously she's dating, what's his name, Quavo?
Yeah.
Who's a multi-million, I assume, rapper from Migos. That's where he's from. Yeah. So like, first of all,
at least 8 figures.
Yes. Let's everybody be sensible, babes. Unless you're dating a rapper who is like of the same kind of monetary value as Quavo, I'm gonna need everyone to calm down.
Do you know? I don't think that's necessarily true. I think even before that, she probably could have found someone in the hood who was like doing illegal activities to buy her a Birkin
But he's
bag.
still earning 8 figures, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true.
So for me, if
It depends who you hanging around. If you're not hanging around people,
a random drug dealer.
not a random. She's a cute girl. She could find an
Where's she
exceptional
from?
drug dealer.
She's from Atlanta.
No,
Listen,
she's
it's
not.
unless it's
She's from
someone from
California.
unless it's someone from Hollywood,
She's from
in the
California.
music industry or athlete, no one's getting none of that stuff. You're not. I mean, that's the Birkin bag is for the 1%. So you're saying you should only look for guys who are the 1%, which is nonsense.
Why is it nonsense?
Saweetie basically, people that can afford a Birkin bag are in the 1%. So Saweetie is saying that you should only have time for guys who are in the 1%. So that should let you know that you should disregard everything she's saying because it's nonsense.
And
It's
why
rich
is
talk.
it
It's
nonsense?
the same girl that says 8-figure.
Rich. That's
Yeah.
my type.
So
Wow, they're saying the N-word.
Are we saying the
Jay?
N-word?
are we
You can
saying the
bleep
word?
me out. You can bleep me. I don't mind.
Okay, so 8-figure. Then that's
Can
what she
you-
said.
But can't that be someone's type? No?
Please.
Lyndon is shaking. He's shaking, and he's thinking,
babe.
"How loud can I go?" I don't think she's asking for herself. I think she's asking.
I'm asking like, can't
can
that be
people
someone's
not?
type?
Can people not? Can richness not be someone's type? Or
No. Success.
Is Rich your type?
don't ask
No, I'm saying,
me
is it your
Don't
type?
answer a question with a question.
Because if it's your type, then a man
We're
like like Trump is your type. Then
Oh, we didn't say clowns.
Lyndon started here. He started.
he's got money
here.
though,
He does.
plenty.
And for some women,
Billions.
And for some women, that's enough for them. It's obviously not. It's not enough for me. To be very
I've seen
honest,
his wife. Does she look like she has any brains?
she doesn't look very happy. To be honest,
Oh, well.
Okay,
What does it look like when a woman has brains in her head?
it doesn't look like Melania Trump. That's what it doesn't look like.
Okay. So, next question. No, but you were saying...
What about next question?
No, not because...
I'm trying to understand why
Question.
being rich can't be someone's type. It's not my
Did you
type.
hear what I just said?
Yeah,
she
I
said,
heard what you said.
She said that if he can't afford to buy you a Birkin
Yeah,
and pay for your
you need to send
bills,
him to
but
the
those are
streets.
two things.
Yeah,
The bills is one thing, but
Yeah.
the Birkin is another thing. If he can afford a Birkin, he's part of the 1%, which means the only guy that is worthy of you dating them is in the 1%, which means 99% of men are not good enough for any woman.
but you know,
Which lets you know that what she said is nonsense.
but you know what?
She was
though?
probably drunk when she said
Yeah,
it.
but loads of guys... Oh, wait, can I say something? There's lots of guys that say, and please beep the swear word in this one, if I don't want to date a girl and then she's got a fat ass, that's probably 1% too.
It's not 1% at all.
You told me out of all the people in the world.
It's about black people.
No,
we're not talking about fat people. We're not talking about black people.
Because when we talk about men, we're not talking about rappers and
Athletes.
Athletes. Maybe that's what she's talking about from her pool. So we're talking about everybody in the world. So and that's why people are going to inject their bums
Or
and their
take
breasts.
or take chicken pills.
Okay, those people are doing too much because that is way too much for most people.
No, but that's what the guys are asking for.
Hello,
The
BBL.
guys
Sorry,
are asking
Lyndon.
for-
Do you know BBL is the
Those
most
guys.
requested surgery in
Yeah.
the UK at the moment?
Yeah, I know. It's
Like
way too- it's
over
too-
rhinoplasty.
Yeah, I know, it's
Over
too much.
pinning your ears back, which is very common. You can
Don't
do it on
need
the
that.
NHS.
You don't need that.
Well, people think they need BBL, and you need to question as to why they think they're doing it. Because let me tell you, the
because you women
majority
are-
of them
you could-
are.
Yeah, because you women
No,
are
no,
compete with
Don't
each
say
other.
you women.
Women
Just
compete
say,
with each other.
just
If you
say
all didn't do
women.
that, we wouldn't see that.
Fighting
What?
mates,
If
but-
you didn't do that, we would
Blame
never
the
see.
victims.
We would never see
So-
someone who's
so-
a BBL. We would never have seen that until you did it.
So sorry.
but who's-
In
but who's doing
2001, people were hyping over J Lo's bottom, Jennifer Lopez's bottom. Does it look like a BBL?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then in 2010 they were hyping over who? The Kardashians.
Yeah.
So, just so I understand, because I want to make sure that I get this completely correct, you're saying the reason why women are now going for BBL is because it's our fault.
If the
We all sat down together and said, you know what, we always do BBL.
if the
gonna
Kardashians didn't start
unlock
doing that, we would never have seen that. Men would never have seen it, and they'd never have known that that's what we want.
What
No one
was-
said, "I need you." No, a man never told you, "I need you to go and get surgery to get a bigger bottom." No,
I
no man
understand.
never
No, but
said
they were,
that.
but then
But
they were
there were
paying
women-
subscriptions to like Buffy the Body and stuff like that.
Oh, a long time.
What? A long time ago.
Let me tell you, do you know-
Buffy the
I-
Body.
so
but
they-
did
so men-
Buffy
so
the
men don't
Body
want-
have? Did Buffy the Body have a body before
Can I-
she
can I ask you a
increased
question?
it? Did she have a body
Yeah,
already?
yeah, she did.
Did she get
But men don't- it's
attention before she got that?
Okay.
Did she get attention before she got her body done?
They didn't know her back then.
Did she? She probably did already.
Yeah, she did, yeah.
There are plenty of women who have natural bodies who get attention for it
I know.
already.
I know. But the same way.
And
with-
those same ones also pump it up even more because I need more and more. It's an
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was already appealing to men before that.
But
I know,
if you don't have Buffy the Body's body, and you're looking at women like Buffy the Body, and specifically black women who perhaps are more blessed with curves in their lower half, not every black woman, and that's okay. But it's true. But if you're
the book every time you say things like that.
Oh, my women don't. No, that's from Fabrice's Book of Life.
Okay.
So if men are looking at Buffy the Body, yeah, and they're like, wow, she's so fantastic, blah blah, I love her fat ass or whatever it is, you're telling me that isn't fueling those remarks and like maybe that's like it's money or income, whatever. That's not fueling other women wanting to have that.
Of course it will.
So then I don't understand why you're saying it's women's fault why we're having BBL.
Before BBL even existed,
Yeah.
men were already happy.
Yeah.
We're already happy with how women were already created.
Yeah.
Before then.
But now you have options.
Right. So was it the man first that told us to do it, or was it women first told us to do it?
No, I think that there's a demand for a certain type, or there's something that's in style. Because before it was girls getting breast implants and stuff like that. There's a certain change in what they like, and then there's a push for everybody to go and do that. A couple of years ago, it was girls injecting their lips, and that's going to die out soon. It's not because girls are like, okay, let's find something else to do.
I mean, like, to be very honest, like we've said this before, everything that was deemed to be beautiful was proximity to whiteness. Then the Kardashians came along and took black men as pets, and then they wanted to emulate black women as much as they could. So what can you do if you're a white woman and you don't have any black features? Well, you can inject your lips, and you can inject your hips, and you can inject your bum, and maybe
and
do your
looking
boobs.
crazy at the end of the day.
Yeah, but that standard of beauty is what people are going for. So like for many women around the world, but let's just say for black women, like having that hourglass body is perhaps more natural than having that, what was it called, like skinny chic, like heroin like look that was very popular with like Kate Moss and all those kind of models. Now we've come away from that, but it's only become popular in my mind because of the Kardashians. Like that's my personal opinion. I'm happy to be wrong, but that's my personal opinion, because they were trying to look like what they really wanted to be, which is black people.
But anyway,
So
even
okay, all right. So
after you bring
so
it back.
there's different body types that both genders like in the other one. If you talk about heterosexual one, people, right? If you might like a big bottom, big breast, or whatever. Women like something from men too. But if men want to get that, what have they done?
I like men's smiles.
What have they?
Sorry.
What have they done to get? What have they done to get muscles and abs and that kind of stuff? What have they done if they want to do that?
You're asking the wrong girl, because that's not my type.
No. If a guy wants to get a better body, what does he do?
No, but okay.
Answer the question. It's really simple.
I'm going to give you two answers. One, they're going to go to the gym. Or two, they're going to have surgery. Because when I watch Botch, there's a lot of men on.
Right, so 99% of them are going to go to the gym, right?
No, Lindy, you can't say
99% of men are going to the gym. Don't give me nothing else.
You can shout.
99% of men are going to the gym. Are you telling me that's the majority of men that are going to get surgery?
99 and majority are not the same thing.
Right. Okay. So the majority of men are going to go to the gym, right?
I was listening.
Right. So women can also go to the gym and change themselves. To be the best version of themselves, right?
Yeah, you can. To be your best
both
natural
sexes
version.
can be the best natural version
of yourself. But that might not be the standard
both sexes
of beauty.
can do the same thing.
Yeah, but being the best natural version of yourself might not be what you want to be.
No, there's women out here that are being the best natural self, and nobody's complaining about it. They're not complaining about it.
Yeah.
Men that looking at her are not complaining about it either.
Yeah.
So why do you then need to pump yourself up?
Lyndon, I don't know, because I don't have BBL.
Can I say?
Angela.
Can I say to compare men's fixation on women's bodies to women's fixation on men's bodies is not an accurate comparison. I think maybe even biologically, men are more physical, like more visual. So what a woman wants in a man's physique is very different, and how much she wants it is very different to what men seem to require from women. I'm going somewhere, let me land. And so I feel like the push and the demand, or the kind of requirement of, like, women are requiring such stupid stuff like this. Birkin bag. Fly me out. I don't want to go.
You can be ugly. You can be any kind of guy.
I don't want to go here.
Yeah,
I want to
talk about money.
and they're not. And men don't do the same. No. And
you're talking about money.
Yeah.
There's nothing more complicated than that. It's just money.
Okay, but men don't do the same. Men don't do.
Oh no.
Men don't do the same thing. Men don't do the same thing in that area. What they do though is request the same to the same extent, really ridiculous things from women, and that's what's fueling these women to get a bigger breast, bigger bum,
That is
everything
not
like
it.
that.
You know what?
No, it is true, because you know
it's
what?
so-
I
Jasmine
agree.
Sullivan has a whole song on it.
She does.
She has a whole song on it in her last album, yeah, and it's called Mascara. And
Oh,
she
sing
says,
the song.
"Oh my friend, I'm not gonna sing the song because I will leave that for Jasmine, yeah." But she says, "Yes, my behind on my hair's fake. I think on my no, but so what? I get my rent paid with it."
Yeah.
And I think this really and truly, when I see people like Swahiti like saying, guys, like don't get your guy who will buy your Birkin bag and pay your bills, it's because probably she is also, or she's surrounded by women who are paying lots of money to be that type of girl, because they're in what do you call it? In return, they want a guy to look after them the way, like spend all that money. If you're gonna ask me to have the breast size F breast that sit at my chin and a bum that comes in like 1 hour after I enter the room, fly me out.
Men have different types, so some men might not even care about breasts, some men might not even care about
For the
bum.
ones that will buy a Birkin bag, I mean, majority of them, that's
Or
what
if
they
you
want,
do
isn't
everything for a
it?
Birkin bag, then that's your
I know, it's a
prerogative
symbol.
and your problem.
I think it's a symbol.
If you're gonna do everything for that, then that's your problem. But then if the problem with what you're saying is that if women from my perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Women look a certain way, and I assume that's how you look, because I didn't know anything about makeup or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I grow up, I see women looking the same way. Later on, you realize, oh, you guys look hella different. I didn't even know that you guys are doing so much to yourself before I saw you.
Rah, who are you talking about?
Anybody.
Oh,
Anybody. I didn't know you doing so much to yourself
fight talk.
before I saw you. I didn't know that.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
If you never did it, I'd be used to that look.
No,
Yeah.
no. If everybody decided to never do it, you'd be used to that look.
But you're
If only
surrounded
one
by
person
lots of
didn't do it,
different
you say,
women.
"Are you sick? Are you? Why does she look like that? Everybody else doesn't look like that. How comes that her eyelash doesn't glitter? Everybody else's eyelash has seen shines."
Because
And then
your
what?
standard is based on what you see around you in your environment. Yes, Stephanie.
Go
I
ahead.
don't usually include it. You guys can just talk about it in your own way. But just wanted to put in there though. Don't you think though, just being because I see both sides actually, but also don't you think that girls compete? We compete with each other.
Always.
Absolutely.
We do things actually that-
And then you
I think
put- and then you blame men.
request.
I
And
definitely
think we
agree
do
with that.
things because a lot of the guys that I speak to, a lot of them say, "Oh my god, like, oh my gosh, she's doing with eyebrows. Oh my gosh, they never asked for that. We did that because we thought that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of the time, I don't know. I don't know what came first. But in terms of it being guys' the fault why people are pumping their butts, I don't think it's solely their fault. I think as well you have to include women's competition with each other. You have to include trying to be, especially when you look at the Kardashians. The Kardashians did it because they wanted to be black, and they saw that guys wanted a black woman without the black skin. You know what I mean? And then they set that trend for a lot of people.
I think it's
But
I think it's hand in hand. I
Yeah.
think people are doing things to exaggerate particular features, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep saying that it's predominantly black features, and you can be Brazilian, but guess what? You're still black. Okay, so it's predominantly black features, and men, for the most part, appreciate it. So yeah, like I think Steph, what you're
If
saying
men
is
didn't
correct.
like bums,
if men didn't
women
bums,
wouldn't just go to get
and
bums for
also
fun.
it's cyclical. So like,
It's not for fun.
All right,
no,
but I
it's
said
cyclical.
before
No,
that
I
J
just
Lo's
wanna-
bottom was enough for men
but
before.
can I just land? All I'm
Was
saying,
enough.
but it's cyclical. They didn't like bums before. They like this like heroin chic look, and that was what
some
was
man-
in.
well, some man
And
always
then
did.
it became the Kardashians popularizing black features, and then now that's what's in, and that's gonna be in probably.
Hold on. You gotta stop.
Sorry.
It's best if you touch it.
Now and then you have the Kardashians popularizing black features, and now that's what's in. And now we have like a lot of black women doing BBL. Like actually, we have a lot of women doing BBL, not black, white, Indian, Chinese, whatever. Like, eventually, there's going to be something else that becomes more popular. But all I'm saying is. And I think you made a really good point. I'm not saying that it's solely at men's. So the blame doesn't lie solely at men's feet. What I'm suggesting is that the more stuff women do to themselves, more so than men, yeah. In my opinion, the majority of men respond positively to it. ago, you would think, oh, you know what? I'm going to keep doing more and more and more because actually maybe it widens my pool of men. Maybe men appreciate it, blah, blah. Not all men. And I'm not saying it to you because actually, to be honest, I don't think you would necessarily massively care, but then you're married to Steph. So to be honest, it's not really your struggle. Do you know what I mean? However, no, but it's true. Like we just have to be honest. It's not your struggle. Me worrying about being curvaceous isn't my struggle and it's not your struggle either. But do you know what I mean? Like there are women out there who have different struggles and men different struggles, whatever. But the two go together. If men were not responding positively to it, trust me, women would stop doing it. But we do.
I do hear this a lot. Hold on, I do hear this a lot. I do hear this a lot, though. I hear women talking about, oh, we don't do it for the men. I do it for me. Which is maybe
that's
a lie, maybe it is doing it for you, and maybe you are doing it because you're competing with your friends.
That's true, but that's pertaining to certain kinds of things. Mm-hmm. I can honestly tell you, for instance, all right, everybody, some of us don't have big bums and we're black and we exist. I'm not going to go and get a bum job for Angela or for Stephanie so I can stand next to Stephanie and be like, oh, now I've got a bum. I'm not going to do that. What I probably will do is be like, oh, I might get my eyebrows done, or I might get, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I might do something that's slightly less invasive and probably that men won't notice.
I think what you need to understand. I think you guys need to understand, especially you, because you've got a lot of, especially because you've got a lot of ideas about. No. Let me say what I'm saying. You got a lot of ideas that are not founded in anything because maybe a man hasn't told you the truth, right? I have looked.
Men don't tell the truth. You're very right with that.
I have looked.
Can I say what I've known?
I have looked at so many videos of women doing so many things. I thought I never knew it was that possible to change your face that so much.
Are you doing that?
I didn't know.
And then no filter. I don't understand. I'm right here.
Respond.
All right.
But respond to his last point.
No, because it's all. You don't hear what I want to say to that point. What I want to say is this, yeah? I think we get so caught up, yeah, Lyndon, in trying to figure out which sex is at fault, because I think sometimes you think that we're attacking the men. And actually,
you said we can't do that.
No.
You said already have.
We said we can't do that. He can.
Oh.
So what I want to say is this. What I was trying to say to you is that actually both sexes are as crazy as each other, because men are out here buying women £40,000 Birkin bags. You telling me that was always no
Quavo,
or flying them out, or saying like,
Quavo's not a normal man.
P Diddy.
P Diddy's not a normal man either. P Diddy is a black billionaire. Yeah, he's not an example for anything.
Or also saying,
he's a black thief.
Let's bring it a bit closer home. Or also saying, I will not go on a date with a man. You guys are. Do you know I live in East London?
P Diddy is not close to home.
To be what? I cried myself all here to be ignored.
Hello, I cried myself from Bristol.
I know it's true, but you're not being ignored. Closer to home, yeah. The girls are saying, oh, I can't go on a date unless he takes me to Duck and Waffle, or he takes me to wherever,
the Shard,
Amazonica, or the Shard. Exactly. These are standards that were never there before. Like a girl was happy to just go, and still girls are happy to just go to have a nice picnic or anything. Some girls we still exist. However, when we talk about this crazy realm of people, I think you have to realize that actually it's true. Maybe certain girls have had a certain physique, and they get a little bit more attention from guys. So women compete now to be the best in that field, yeah? And the same way with men have realized that girls respond well to guys who have money will take them to a fancy place. And so now every time a new fancier and more like a more expensive restaurant opens up, there's a competition to take. Girls haven't requested that from or requested that level. They haven't. No.
Oh, that's nonsense.
So I don't know.
No,
you know what? I was with you up until you said girls haven't requested that level, because you know what? I agree with you.
Well, basically, in the same way that guys have asked for I want a girl that has a bum and breasts and stuff like that.
Guys aren't saying, can you go and have BBL Israel? Hello, they take the fat out of here.
I would real one.
That's real to some people.
Please, guys would rather have. Let me tell you something. Guys are always like, I want a girl that doesn't wear makeup, or you don't have to wear makeup. You just have to. What you're really saying is that you want it to look real.
Natural. Yes.
You want it to look natural. Yes. You want her makeup to look natural. Yes. You want her hair to look natural. Yeah. You want her bum to look natural. You want her breasts to look natural.
If you couldn't tell,
exactly. You don't care about the procedure.
She had on,
and I'm not you particularly, because obviously I'm just saying in general.
I spoke to a guy who was like, I don't date girls.
She was like, no, I don't.
One of my guy friends was like, I don't date girls who wear weave. And I said to him, really? And he's just like, okay, what that really means is like, I don't want to be able to look at your notes weave.
Exactly.
Of course you don't.
You don't
look at a girl. I know she's wearing like a ton of makeup. You don't want to look at, most
I've never
guys.
said that.
I was speaking to a guy. Shout out to the guy. He knows who he is for telling the truth. I was speaking to a guy, and he said, "No, the real truth is that guys don't want an Ellen G. White looking somebody. They want someone on the cusp. Yeah. Sorry for the people that don't understand that
Like
reference.
a prophet, like somebody who's like a shepherdess.
They don't want to look someone that looks like, what are those people that live in Pennsylvania in America? Amish. They don't want an Amish looking person.
Nobody wants Amish,
Yeah,
no,
no, that's what I'm saying. We agree.
think so.
What they want is someone who is good, but you can see there's a tinge of bad. So maybe
That's
they don't.
very true.
So maybe they don't. They're not out here doing thoughtness, but like instead
In public.
instead of wearing like nude lipstick, they'll wear red lipstick in a space that no one's really wearing red lipstick. They want that kind of like, oh,
Rebel.
she's good, but she's probably bad. So what I'm trying to
Lyndon's
say,
face.
yeah, no, honestly.
Lyndon is like, no.
Honestly, so when guys say they don't want, no one asked to put something in the bum or
Do you know
in the
what?
breast.
Do you know what?
No, they want something.
I retire. I retire because
Don't
the
retire.
words that I say do not fall into your head, and that's up to you.
Maybe
It's up to you.
maybe
If you
you're-
don't hear what I'm saying,
You're a
that's up to
unicorn.
you.
No,
Because
no,
I'm
no.
fed up of trying. You're going to tell me
Now
what
it's your
someone else
turn.
told
Now it's your
you,
turn.
and you start your conversation by talking about men don't want someone that looks like Ellen G. White. Nobody wants a woman that looks like Ellen G. White. Nobody ever wanted a woman that looked like Ellen G. White.
Ellen G. White had
ever.
a man and she had 4 children.
Nobody in 2020
So
wants
she
someone that
did.
looks like Ellen G.
Someone
White.
wanted
Okay,
Ellen G. White. Ellen G. White,
nobody in
don't let them
2020.
disrespect. I will not let you speak on Ellen G. White's name like that.
2020 wants someone that dresses like Ellen G. White and look like
They
Ellen G.
did.
White.
She had
Nobody
children.
in 2020. Nobody wants that.
Okay, of course, but the equivalent of that.
Nobody wants that.
The equivalent
So
of
don't
that.
start your
They
conversation
do.
because
But
nobody's
you
looking
know
at
the
anyone that
equivalent
is
of that.
close to that.
But you know there is like
Who
a whole.
looks at-
You know there's like a whole modesty
Did you see
movement.
what I said? Did you see what I've said? What I've said?
I did
I've
see
said
what you
nobody
said.
wants that.
You did say that.
Nobody wants that. And what did you just say?
No, but they
What
do
did you
want
just say?
that. Actually, they do want that.
Okay, so I retire.
I only said that because what you were saying was a lie.
Can I just say, do you know what? At one point in this Black No Filter journey, I thought I was the most dramatic person on the panel, but as you can see, I'm not.
No, but can I
As
also
you can
say,
see,
that
as you can see, it's
guys that
Lyndon.
want their girls to respectfully cover up from head to toe.
Who are these guys?
Can I just say there is
Their whole
like
nation.
cover up.
Their whole nation.
Like I said before,
no, Lyndon.
we're not talking
I
about
think,
Saudi Arabia.
Lyndon, you have to
I'm talking about men, though,
No,
in general.
Lyndon, I'm talking
in this
specific.
in this UK,
Am
in
I
this
talking
London.
to myself?
That's what I thought before, maybe. But let me
Stressing
tell
me
you,
out.
do you know, because you know, sometimes this is why I feel like this is where the issue is. I think sometimes when we talk, we're talking about generally across the board in a very general way, and you're talking about from your group of friends. And I think that's
Okay,
where
all
we
right.
get
If any guys are watching this, please comment below.
Yeah.
Comment below if
Yeah.
you want a girl that's covered up from head to toe.
No,
All right?
but we're saying that, okay, in the UK.
All right, let's just see.
I
Yeah,
would
I
love to
know.
know.
We know
I
that,
just
though.
want to say, I have a friend of a friend who got married a couple of months back, and her friends into this whole like modesty and purity movement. I don't know what that is. I don't want to know what it is. Okay, that's not for me. But they all date guys from a particular area. It's not important where they're from. I don't want to upset anybody. Lyndon. They all date guys, yeah? And the guys are like, I'm really proud of my wife or girlfriend because she's very covered up and her beauty shines through. And they say phrases like, she doesn't need to show any skin in order for her to be beautiful. So I just want to let you know that there are pockets of people who do really value this physical covering up
I think that's borders
of women. I
Sometimes
just want to
feel like
say
that borders
that.
on a fetish though, because
I
there's-
think it's abuse, to be honest.
well, I
little
don't
bit.
think it was that, but I mean, sometimes I think it borders on a fetish.
A little bit. It's control. I think it's control.
Yeah.
Don't wear that. Wear this. Cover up. I don't want anyone else to see what
I mean,
see
the
what
woman
mine
can
is.
leave.
Yes, that's
She's
true. That's a
very-
whole
she's
other
definitely free to
conversation.
leave.
Anyway, I just want to bring it back to make expectations because, like you said, Lyndon, and Lyndon, I just want to let you know we all listen to you. You know,
She doesn't.
I do.
I can't talk for
I
Angela.
listen to it. I filter out all the
I
shouting,
can only swear
which is
over-
a lot. And then I
No,
think,
that's
oh,
rubbish.
okay, this made sense.
I can only
Everything
swear over
else-
myself
yeah.
because in lockdown, people are doing things, and I'm just like, you know what? Didn't know we were all doing that, but it's okay. So I do listen to you, and I think what you said is very, very real. So going back to like the Birkin bags and the 1%, yes, only 1% of men, actually 1% of people, right?
yeah.
Of people can afford to buy Birkin bags.
Well, there's also
However,
people that are buying it,
no,
but they can't afford
Angela,
it. You can't
just
afford it.
just to relax. I just want to say two things, yeah. Number one, we're looking at the 1%, but let's not forget these people are aspirational. Like everybody has someone they look up to.
English.
So as much as it might be like athletes and rappers or just like black billionaires, because we have a lot of black businessmen who are doing great things in the world, who can afford to buy many Birkin bags. Yeah. I just want to say they're aspirational. So even if you're in, I don't know, Northwest London and you can't afford a Birkin bag for your boo, you're going to do, there's levels, you're going to do something a few tiers down. And that might be go to Hakkasan. Your boo might not have asked you to go to Hakkasan, but you might be trying to keep up with your boys. And at the same time, I think there is not an expectation, there's an internal competition amongst women. He took me to Hakkasan, took me to Duck and Waffle, took me to the Shard. Do you know what? My sister took me to the Shard 6 years ago, and she was like, just so you know, this ain't nothing special. She was like, I'm taking you to the Shard because really and truly, we can't be expecting guys to take you to the Shard because it's something very special. We can take our damn self. There is like this internal competition, and I hear guys talking about it. In fact, somebody from Three Shots was talking about, I'm sick of meeting girls who only want to go somewhere so they can take a picture and tag it on their Instagram. And to be honest,
I've also seen guys film that.
But I said that. No. I'm saying that. Like I said that already. We've got little, I don't know, Hassan in Northwest London taking out Tanisha to Hakkasan so they can all.
This is nonsense I'm talking about.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm talking about. You'll see women that their whole Instagram is places they've been without the person that they've gone with.
No, that's out of order.
But just with
that is out of
just the
order.
fact they've gone to this place.
No, but let me land because then everybody can. Let me land.
No, guys also they show that, not to the same extent. I'm just saying I saw that.
Can I come back?
They're not.
But all I'm saying is, like,
I'm tired.
To some people,
I'm tired
that
too.
is
That makes two of us.
This is fight number 85.
Yeah, sometimes you have to fight back.
You're not Rwandan, you know. You're not peaceful. I'll take it back.
No, sometimes they said when you're in Rome, do as a Roman. That's that.
Anyway, there is, I think, there is this expectation around dating guys, especially, which I realize, dating guys that aren't your boyfriend yet. And when I was talking to my friend, she was saying, oh, my husband's friends are sick and tired of meeting these girls who expect them to take them out to like Duck and Waffle and the Shard. And I said, to be honest, some of us don't have those expectations. Some of us can't even get, you know, food when you go on a picnic, but that's okay. Because some of us just aren't in those kind of situations. But actually, she made it very clear. She was like, the guys, my husband's single friends are now saying, we're not taking these girls out on these dates. They were very happy to, which is a separate conversation. They're like, we were very happy to, but because it was almost being forced and I was like, where are you taking me? I want to go to here, here, and here, and here, and here. And you're not my whole girlfriend. They were like, well, we would do it. Well, why are you doing it, number one? Because you want to floss? That's okay. That's okay. You want to floss and she wants to go and show off to her friends on Instagram. But like, we have to recognize that I think the two things do kind of go hand in hand. And I didn't realize, and I'll say this, that women are really out here, and I don't know if it's a big city thing, really having the expectation that they're going to be like, if you're going to take me out and I look this kind of way and I'm going to put on my red bottoms, then you're going to have to take me somewhere that's very expensive and it has to be one of these 5 places. So I think we do have to recognize that there is that expectation of women, not for a Birkin bag, but for a particular, it's lifestyle. Like, it's all a lifestyle. Do you understand?
And trust me, the kind of girls that they take into these places are not coming in trainers, are not coming with no eyebrows, no makeup.
It's true, they're not.
They like a particular kind of girl.
Yep.
And they like to be seen with a particular kind of girl.
Which is fine.
It's not your regular Sharon from,
Peckham.
I don't know, not even Peckham, leave the Peckham people alone, Uxbridge. It's not. It's a particular type of girl that they also, I think in everything there's a transaction. No one does it just out of the kindness of their heart. They're just that philanthropic, yeah. They do it because they're getting something in return, and whether it be an image, also Image Gang works for the guys as well. Having a beautiful girl, taking them in your amazing car to an amazing restaurant. Maybe they don't film it as much as women. It's true, but they might take pictures or show, oh, this is the girl I'm with. Trust and believe, they're not showing.
You assume so.
Okay.
You imagine so.
Nope,
Do you think guys go out to Hakkasan and those kind of places? Anyway, it doesn't matter what I think about Hakkasan. Do you think guys are going out to those places to floss as much as women?
They're going there to impress the girl they're going with.
Okay. But can I just say, yeah, slightly off topic, if I'm going out with you and you're not my boyfriend, I'm not putting you on his social media because this might not work out in 2 months. Are you all right? And then are you okay? Let me tell you what I put on social media. I put taking myself to nice restaurants because that's my love language. That's what I do. And I think if you can afford to take yourself out to those places, then maybe your expectation of going to places like that isn't quite so wild. I think the problem really comes if you can't afford a Birkin bag,
Yeah.
and you're expecting someone that you date to buy you a Birkin bag, or if you can't afford to go to Hakkasan,
Problem
or
is
there's
that
plenty of other nice restaurants, Sexy Fish or whatever.
The Birkin bag is not worth the money.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Okay, so let's remove the Birkin bag because we're really talking about lifestyle. That's what we're really talking about here.
Yeah, but this
Can you
lifestyle
sustain the
thing,
lifestyle that you want? Because if you
this
can't,
lifestyle
that's the
thing
problem.
this image thing is a disease because people are seeing things that they think are important and they're not. They're not important. These things are not important. A bag is not important.
It's
the
not
fact that you
important.
went to eat in a very big building is not important. It's not.
I think
But
that's-
people make it look like it's everything, and it's just really not. There's so much more to life than going to the flipping shard.
But I think
That's
it's
true.
about outputs of relationships and outputs of a lifestyle. People, again, if you put something it's all about something that somebody can't afford to do. If I can't afford a Birkin bag, there's a small part of anyone's natural ego that's like, oh, I can't have that. It might not be a Birkin bag. It might be, I don't know, getting flued out to Amsterdam on a first day, which people do.
There's whole YouTube channels of girls, like people subscribe to watch other girls unbox their stuff, like whether it be expensive
Really?
shoes, expensive
Yeah.
bags. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There is definitely that drive of like, okay, you know what, I want to be. I want to be the person that they aspire to be, or nearly like.
I mean, and
Because
that's just fueled by
that's
capitalism.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's the only thing that's winning from this. The fact that you're getting people to spend their money on things that they don't actually need to spend their money on.
But it's people who can't afford to do it. If Beyonce and Saweetie
No.
and
Even if you
whatever,
can afford to do it, even if you can afford to buy a Birkin bag, it's not worth buying.
yeah, but that's your
No, but
personal
then someone
opinion,
else from
Lyndon.
someone else from I don't know, another area of the world.
There are other bags that are nicer.
No, not even us. But let's just say I was gonna say whatever. Let's just say somewhere in Thailand, in a very natural village. Was like, why would someone, even if you can afford to buy an iPhone, why would you spend? It's not worth the money. So I think it's always relative to.
I think
what- and I think-
phone and bag is two different.
I know, but
very different
I
things.
know that's true, but you could buy a different type of phone. Let's just say there's people who there's one iPhone that came out that was nearly £1,000, wasn't it?
On all iPhones,
They
£1,000
usually don't
Okay,
have that money,
so,
but nobody
like,
pays that kind of
the-
money. You usually get no contracts. But anyway,
Yeah. So I think that it really depends. That a part of that is relative to who's speaking. So for us, 40,000 is like what the hell, and it's true. I guess the more it becomes, the more ridiculous it becomes. But I think there's a level of us who was there's a part of us saying that because this is not something that we naturally. Maybe they have 40,000 in their account the way we have 1,000 to buy whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like when you're an adult, £100 is really £10.
these people
It really
these-
is £10.
Absolutely.
These people that are giving us these little images of you need a Birkin bag are desperately clinging to the fact that I need to show people that I've got money at all times. So I've got to let you know I've got a Birkin bag. My man can get me a Birkin bag. So I've got money. Now that comes from people that have maybe, I don't know, maybe they come from poverty. Maybe they come from that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they need to show people that they've got something at all times. If I, like when we've gone gone on a meal, a random meal somewhere in Chelsea, and you got people that are very rich that are there. They look very normal.
They
Yeah,
do. That's how
yeah.
they keep their money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So maybe we should be looking to just looking
No,
normal and having
absolutely.
money.
From a moral perspective, I think you're absolutely correct. But I'm talking about, that's why I'm saying it's about like, can you afford it? You're right. Even if you can afford it, £40,000 is a lot of money to drop on a handbag. But if you can afford it and you want to spend it, spend your money. Do you know what I mean? My issue is,
I'm never gonna say that
well, that's okay.
because it's nonsense to buy a
That's your moral-
handbag.
but that's your
that's
moral
40 grand.
That's your moral compass. I might say,
Would
I
you
think
bu-
it's
would you
ridiculous to spend £500,000 on a car.
that's what I'm
Like
saying.
that might be my particular perspective. You might talk
what I was
about
gonna
brake
say
horsepower and the value and all the rest of it. I don't care. And suicide doors. I'm not interested, babes. I think it's a waste of money. At the same time, if it's something that we can afford, you can afford to do, I can afford to do, spend your money. Do you know what I mean? But from a moral perspective, you're right. It's not a good use of money. However, people say it's like an investment. I'm specifically talking about lifestyle and aspirations. You know what I started seeing recently on YouTube? Vacation. Oh, my boyfriend took me away to Bali.
Yeah.
My boyfriend took me to Thailand.
Yeah,
My
holiday's
boyfriend
different
surprised me
now.
with a trip to Jamaica.
In my humble opinion, I think it's stupid
Even if
For a
you're a
bag.
billionaire.
for a bag.
Even if you're a billionaire.
Billionaires have so much money, it's just ridiculous. So I guess nothing is stupid for you buying it because you're always going to have money. So maybe not. Maybe it's just stupid that you're a billionaire.
So P. Diddy could buy a Birkin bag for anybody. He's a billionaire.
Has done that.
And Oprah, she's a billionaire.
Probably has a couple.
Mm-hmm. I think even Drake has said that he's got a whole collection for whoever he finally marries.
What?
Yeah. That's what he did. He said he's got a whole collection. He's building a collection.
When I hear that, it just sounds like these people are really these people are really lost.
Maybe they're not
really
lost, Lyndon. Maybe they're happy to
Fabrice,
invest.
I know that you like bags, and I think you just
I
have to deal
don't
with
want
the fact.
a Birkin bag.
Yes, you do.
No,
And
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. And I think
You're
you
acting
need to
like
realise
Angela. You're
that
listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth and you're refusing to
No, I
acknowledge what I'm
actually listen to
saying.
everything, and I'm actually the one person that's probably gonna sway the most. But sometimes I say no.
I don't want a Birkin bag. I've never asked for one. I've never been like, oh, I secretly want. I don't care for Birkin bags.
it's people that find it so important, and the fact that does Drake really have?
So he said Drake has revealed to the Hollywood Reporter that he's been collecting Hermes Birkin bags for years as a gift to his future wife. I really think it's just human nature. I think sometimes you want to give when you're that rich. You're looking at ways to show if someone's love language is gifts. Yeah, when you're that rich and maybe you marry someone who's that rich, buying them a trip to I don't know, it's not gonna do like they're looking for a feeling. That is so probably easy. No, it's true.
Hold on.
It's so easy. Wait. They're so easily. It's so we can easily get it.
Are you comparing the
fact
fact that are you comparing vacation to a bag?
No. I'm not comparing. I'm talking about the feeling of like, okay, I've gifted this to this person, and the person's like, wow. It's harder to get that feeling when you've got that much money, and even as a woman, like if you're dating someone like Beyonce, doing what you would do for a regular girl is not going to do that. Even if it was special, it's not going to do the same thing for Beyonce. It'll probably be a step down. So what he's trying to do is create that for his future, his future wife. And I know it's still silly, but he's got silly money.
It's silly
if you've
to
got silly
us.
money, you can do silly stuff.
It's silly to us, but it's not silly to him, and maybe not silly to his friends. Because that's what you were saying. If you operate in a different sphere of influence, and all your friends are doing something different, actually, what you deem to be the norm is very different. None of us, as far as I know, maybe you, don't have that sphere of influence.
What?
We don't have that significance. We don't have that. Like, I'm not walking around with people who spend that amount of money on anything. Bags, cars, homes are different because homes are very expensive in London. So just remove homes. Do you know what I mean? But even still, I don't really walk around with a lot of people who are buying £10 million homes. To me, that's a lot of money. It's a good investment. It's a lot of money, but that's not my. It's not my sphere of influence.
When you're a millionaire, and Steph is a millionaire in her own right, the kind of gifts that you buy her now are not going to cut it. You will just end up buying her better. Like
don't tell Lyndon that.
Buying her more expensive gifts, not because the gifts you used to buy her were not nice, but just because now you've got more disposable income and you are familiar and comfortable in a completely different lifestyle. So what you would have.
Don't tell Lyndon that.
So Steph, am I ever going to buy you a gift that you cannot actually use and actually be actually valuable to you in your daily life?
That's not what Angela said.
Would I ever?
I'm going to say it
Maybe
looks
one day I
different.
want a pointless gift.
She said she wants a pointless gift.
But I don't. I generally don't really do pointless gifts.
Okay, but she said
Would you buy an expensive watch? Would you buy an expensive watch?
Yeah, so you tell the time.
Shut your the clock.
So basically, Lyndon is saying, Lyndon is a parent. I'm only buying you what you need. And if it's frivolous,
no.
But he'll buy an expensive watch. The watches from Argos, the kids' watches from Argos still tell the time. You can tell it's 5 o'clock on a kid's watch. You can tell it's 5 o'clock on a Samuel's watch. You can tell it's 5 o'clock on a Rolex.
I don't want you to try and go and paint a picture like I'm cheap or something.
No, you're not cheap.
So it's not. No, what I'm saying is, I'm never going to buy a pointless gift.
But will you buy an
like
expensive
a flipping Birkin bag?
Will you buy Rolex ever? If you're rich, will you buy a
I'm not sure.
Rolex?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
No, I think that's a pointless gift. I think £10,000 to have a watch on my arm that doesn't tick. What's the point? I've got a phone. I don't understand. I actually don't understand it, but I understand people place a lot of value in watches. So, if you want to spend 25 G's on a watch and you've got it, spend it.
So watches are more valuable than bags. But
no, but that's your opinion.
It's the truth.
It's
We're
not.
gonna have to agree to disagree.
Are watches more valuable than bags? Comment below.
We're going to disagree to disagree.
Also, I just want to say, there is something within you that seems to think that I only want things that are very expensive because I don't really know where it's come from. No, you're just out here chatting for jokes. Huh? Sorry? They can't hear you.
I didn't say anything.
You said I want a Birkin bag. I don't think I missed that. I didn't.
The way you've been defending Birkin bags in this conversation,
I said from the beginning,
makes me feel like you want one.
That's very sad because you know me. You spend a lot of time with me actually, so I'm very surprised why you don't understand me. But I said from the very beginning, I don't happen to like them. I like loads of bags.
So you should agree with me then.
I don't agree with you.
Well then.
Well, I guess we're just gonna have to agree to disagree.
What you've just said is an oxymoron.
Okay.
Agree to disagree.
Either you agree with me,
everybody's happy.
Either agree with me, or keep saying the nonsense that you're saying.
And I said, okay.
Wonderful. So, really and truly, my conclusion is this.
I don't know why I'm doing that because I'm really staying here tonight.
Honestly, some of us think the Birkin bags are ridiculous. Some of us think of at least the requirement of a Birkin bag is even more ridiculous.
The requirement is we can agree with that.
Yeah,
the requirement.
No, that's
can we?
True. Yeah, I just said it.
Do you agree?
Of course I agree. Because I said
do you
it.
agree?
Yes, I agree, Lyndon.
Okay. All right then.
I'm really trying to make us. I'm trying to get us to the end.
Persevere.
Yeah, honestly. Girls, get you a man that loves you first and foremost. Although we've seen
and loves Jesus.
We're still and love Jesus as well, Stu. But some of the people that proclaim to love Jesus don't necessarily love their spouses.
Oof.
Ooh. So but we're still trying to figure out. Well, to be confirmed. About like get you a rich guy because it's better to be sad and rich than poor. Sad and rich than poor and sad and poor. We're still trying to figure this one out.
No, they said it's better to date a rich guy because it's better to be heartbroken in Paris and heartbroken in the hood.
Yeah. So we'll come back to you on that one, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. So
we're coming back. To be confirmed, to be continued, or the two B's. Basically later, right? So,
all right.
Get you a person that loves you. Honestly and truly,
and also
if they're really out there, because it's end times, isn't it?
Can I just also really say something that I saw?
Probation.
Can I just say something that I saw? Not probation.
I'm saying that people's hearts have grown cold.
No, now we've become a whole Bible study. I just want to say as well, some of these things that people want, people are complaining, oh, my boyfriend won't do that for me. Some of you just dating people that don't like you. So, so I believe that there's a lot of guys out there who would be willing to spend not 40 grand, because that's a silly amount of money, apparently. Not 40 grand, For a bag, apparently. So there's
anyone that's thinking about buying Lyndon a £40 bag, don't do £40,000 bag. Don't do it.
Absolutely not.
He's made it very clear that he does not want.
There are average guys out there, who would be happy to take you to Hakkasan or the Shard or fly to Paris, but some of you don't have that because you're dating people that don't like you, and that's on that.
Wait, so if he doesn't take you to Hakkasan,
no, that's not what I said. I said people are wanting things that they can't have, and they're like, I want that. My boyfriend would never do that. Oh, maybe he would.
But also on another note, some of these things that all these people are rapping about, sing about, talk about, show on the Instagram,
they also don't have.
They don't have, and it's not real. I think just yesterday or earlier today, not Offset.
Do you say off not?
No, Offset. I was going to say Offset, or was I going to say what's
Quavo? Cardi B's husband is Offset.
Offset filmed Cardi B sweeping her ring, and he said that why are you lying to these girls? You do clean, yeah. Who knows if she cooks too, yeah. So all of these things that these people sing about, I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got that ring. Cardi's out there cleaning, and I'm not saying that's the way to get the ring. I don't want to be. Yeah,
it's true. And Rick Ross is out here wearing counterfeit Gucci, Louis Vuitton all the time.
Honestly, so friend, focus on your focus, and let's just make it in the end. Most of all, let's make it to heaven. Amen. That's that. Next.
Angela, I swear our podcast gets progressively more and more religious.
Yeah, it's got to stay.
Oh yeah, no, we've always got to have time for Jesus. I said, whoa.
No,
always.
All right.